Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team on the PS5 with Ferrari. It's the third round of Season 5. We are heading down under to Melbourne, Albert Park for the Australian Grand Prix. And we've got off to a really strong start. We don't have the pace of Cadillac, but we did push them very close in the end last night, thanks to a late red flag, bunching the whole field back up again. It was a sprint finish, just a few laps, everybody on pretty much new soft tyres. And we got second and fourth. We got ourselves our first podium last night. Almost got the win, almost got a double podium, but we will have to settle for second. And I'm very, very happy to do that because I'm way ahead of schedule already. We have 54 points from the first two rounds, and that is probably about 40 points more than I was expecting to have. I thought we'd be doing okay. I thought we'd be somewhere in the realm of where McLaren, RB, Williams are right now. Having picked up some points, but not a huge chunk like we have done so far. And this is going to be a strong test for us tonight. Australia is one of those circuits that if the car isn't quite configured properly in terms of aero, it can be a really painful race. And the AI tends to do some strange things with their tyres in this race as well. So I'm not sure what to expect as to how good our pace is actually going to be tonight. It'll be a curious one for us, I think. We have 12 days to go until Melbourne. Let's take a quick look at our calendar, see what's coming up. You can see we've got some spare parts coming. Got a spare chassis there, a spare side pods and a spare suspension. That's good. And then we'll have another spare suspension just there, another spare chassis popping just after we come back from Melbourne. And then the week after that, in the run up to Suzuka, is when our sponsor money will come through on the 4th. So we'll get a few 100,000 from the board after deductions just there. And then we'll get another 3 million or so just there. We do need to do some more projects on the car. We've done the side pod suspension and the chassis. We need to do a front wing and a rear wing. Underfloor, not so much of an issue right now, but the front wing definitely needs to be done, and the rear wing, be nice to do a rear wing as well. So even if we only can get those two parts, those in themselves are going to cost us 3.6 mil. It's not going to be cheap getting the next couple of upgrades out, just simply because of how little money we're bringing in each race. Ferrari finished bottom of the standings last year with 0 points, so prize money is almost non-existent in the grand scheme of things. And with the expenses of running, high-level staff and pretty decent facilities, it means that we are basically only just better than breaking even in terms of our monthly income. The sponsors are keeping us going right now. If we have a month where we miss our sponsor targets, that could be pretty disastrous for us. How you doing, Adrian? How you doing, Dino, Army, Clark? Good to see you guys. Hello to everyone else lurking in the chat as well. Let's advance time, shall we? Oh, is this going to be a fire? Oh, no. A design center improvement, which we can't afford. Okay, so everybody on the staff side is unhappy with the drivers. All the drivers are loving life in Ferrari this year. I would really like that, but we just cannot afford it. So we're going to have to deny the budget. fiscal responsibility is the watchword this season after Ferrari bankrupted themselves, and you saw what happened to them last year as a result of that. So we have to try and avoid debt wherever possible, especially seeing as it's going to take us a while to chip away from that debt, and it's going to seriously hamper how much development we can do if we're having to dig ourselves out of debt. Still low on the side pod stock. We're still waiting on that last one to come through. PGE's rating has gone up by a point. There is that fourth side pod. Very nice. Oh no, that's the third one. Okay. So we need another one then. Well, that's going to have to wait. That was the chassis. And we are now ready for Melbourne. So, current standings. Antonelli leads the drivers' standings by just 3 points from Oscar. Joe in third right now on 31 points. PGE is in fourth, 2 points clear of Charles Leclerc. Cadillac have a whopping 83 points from the first 2 Grand Prix. That's mighty impressive. We're on 54 though, which is almost as impressive, if not equally, or even more so, given where the car was last year. Cadillac obviously reigning champions. So that's quite a turnaround for us in Ferrari. Red Bull struggling a little bit this year, in no small part helped by, influenced by the fact that Ludwig Nagel is an appallingly bad driver. We haven't got any scouts available at the moment, but we are going to scout Ludwig Nagel because I'm curious as to just how bad he is. Let's have a look at the track information. It says it's going to be clear. Let's check the 3-day forecast. Well, it's going to be wet for practice, but it'll be dry for quali and then quite warm on race day. So that could be a little harsh on the tyres. Luckily, we've already fitted a new suspension, which has improved our tyre wear, so that might give us a bit of an advantage. We shall see. Hey, Wayne, good to see you. Let's set our race targets for the drivers. 17th for Fuji, 18th for Zhou. Should be able to beat both of those targets. And let's head to Melbourne.
It's wonderful to be back down under for the Australian Grand Prix. We're a stone's throw from the beach here at the Albert Park circuit. It might be party mood in the grandstands, but in the paddock, expectations and tensions are high. In the last round, we saw the perfect blending of strategy and performance lead to a well-earned win. But can they pull it off again here? Okay then, let's get to it.
Oh, well, that kind of spoiled the surprise. New livery for Cadillac. It's still FedEx. But those of you who follow me on Reddit in the F1 Manager community will probably have seen the livery already. But I redesigned the FedEx livery last night using one of the new free DLC livery templates. And that was going to be a big surprise, but the game decided to spoil that in the cutscene there. So never mind. Let's get set up for this opening session, shall we? We're not changing out any of the parts, so we don't need to worry about that. It's normally about 20 laps for Melbourne. I'm going to run slightly higher. I'm going to run 25 laps in this first session. Car setup, we want a sort of a medium to high front wing, so around sort of a 7.5 to 8.5. I'm going to go with an 8. We're going to go 13 on the rear wing. We'll go with an 8.2 on the roll bar. Camber can be all over the place. It's usually quite low, but it can go quite high for the occasional setup. I'm going to go with a 2.95 to start with, and I'll bring that down a little bit as well. Let's move over to Joe's car. We want to go something a little bit different on this one. Let's go with an 8 again and a 13 again. We'll go with a 7.3. And then we'll bump that up a little bit. And we'll bump that up a little bit as well. We'll go to there. We'll put 25 laps in the car as well. Drop those settings down. Did I change the pace? Yes, I did. All right. Let's see how the weather responds in this opening practice session. All right, so inters for the entire time that we're going to be on track. That'll be dry after that. No need for the full wets. I think I put the new chassis on Joe, didn't I? I hope I did. I'll check at the end of the session. When we get back to the prep for session 2.
Yeah, copy.
Ooh, excuse me. So I'm waiting for
Tires are the cold side, try to put a bit more temperature.
The ring is just getting
Mansell is in the car today, and Oscar is there as well. We'll wait for Oscar so I can reveal the new livery properly. When Farah gets here, I'm sure he'll find it a little bit nicer than it was. Here we go. Both of them are coming out at the same time. Am I running the new update? Yes, I am. But it only applies if you start a brand new creator team. So there it is. One of the new abstract liveries. That is the new look FedEx car with the 2 stripes down the rear and the faded checkered flag, around the rear and just behind the nose as well. That's actually a really good template if you want to do a BMW livery as well. Those stripes line up perfectly to do an M color scheme. So at some point I am going to have to create a couple of alternative BMW liveries using this template, I think. But much more subtle, this one, compared to the front half of the car being orange and then the rear quarter of the car being purple. This one has the FedEx coloured stripes and it's a white car, and it looks cleaner, I think. I'll drop the link to the post on Reddit as well if anyone wants to see the car from a few different angles with static images. And it does look a little bit better in the sunshine compared to the rain. Right, enough of the Cadillac. Let's concentrate on our own cars. I'll give you another little look at it when we're back in the sunshine. Let's see. 90 as a starting setup. That's not bad. What about Joe? Was I a bit too optimistic there? No, I wasn't. 93 is even closer.
How's the tire temperature?
Tires at the moment are on low side.
Copy.
Rain has stopped. We're at about 40%.
Copy.
Let's see, are the Cadillacs still running? Mansell isn't, and nor is Oscar.
Tires are the cold side.
I'm going to call them in now. Oh, it's one of those ones where everything is just that little bit off. But there's a fair bit to find. I'm going to drop that back to a 7.3. Push that up to an 8.5. Let's tweak that way. Bring that up a bit as well. Let's give that a go. See if that opens up or closes up some of those windows a bit. Again, we're just a little bit off. Oh wait, we're at 90%. I was looking at the driver prep. I was looking at the 80-something. Damn it. Okay, so we only need to make small changes here. I'm going to dial the front wing back just a little bit. I'm going to dial that back a little bit and that back a touch more as well. Let's go with that. See how that works. Let's see if Oscar comes back on track. There he is. There you go. There's a good shot of the revised FedEx livery. Much cleaner, I think. Oh, someone's on a mistake. Who is that?
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Sullivan.
Here's the
Oh, it's a
replay.
big crash.
Let's watch these cars as they head into turn 10. And that's the moment the car plows into
Oh,
the
that's a
wall.
very
That
big
will have
crash.
knocked their confidence, I'm sure.
That car's pretty much wrecked. That was a hell of a shunt on the rear of the car as well, so that could be some serious powertrain damage there.
Now let's take a look here at turn 10.
big hit there.
And oh,
And then
there's
another little hit
contact
on
with
the rear
barrier.
as well
And
when it
hopefully
skidded
that
across
hasn't
the
messed up their
tarmac
chances too
to the
much this
opposite
weekend.
side and hit the barrier there. Yeah, that could be some serious
And you
damage to
can
that
just
powertrain.
feel the
Whose car is that? It's hard to say because Crawford's in as well. So I don't know if that's Russell's car or Albon's car. We'll find out in the next session, I guess. Mansell goes fastest on those soft tyres, though. Now Piastri goes quicker. Now Leclerc goes quicker. And we're going to see a bit more urgency as to Charles Leclerc today. That's Red Bull's pretty well balanced aero-wise, so it should go pretty well around this circuit. His race was definitely compromised last night due to a poor qualifying. What happened to my team? We sold the team to Cadillac after 4 years, and we are now resurrecting Ferrari. They're still there. They're in the pits at the moment. They are the FedEx Cadillac team now. And as you can see, they're pretty quick. Oscar's a two-time world champion. We are two-time constructors champions as well. I think absolutely, cantered to the championship last year. Wasn't even a challenge as far as the constructors. Had it wrapped up by Singapore. All right, changes are made. We'll go with just the 20 laps of fuel. We handed back 2 sets of softs there. Have to make sure we don't end up handing back too many softs again today. Softs might actually be a viable option for us in the race, because our tyre wear is pretty decent. Evening hyperspeed. Right, it's going to be wetter for longer this time now. Oh yeah, I know all about the update. We went through it all in detail yesterday at the start of yesterday's stream before we jumped into Jeddah. It's a shame it only applies to a brand new creator team save, though. Isn't something that has an effect on, or for the most part, doesn't have an effect on existing saves. Apart from, at the end of the year, you do get to make a little change to the calendar, but you can't do too much. So, if we do another season, which I don't think we will, I think what we'll probably do is knock this series completely on the head at the end of this year and then start a brand new creator team. Where we can mess around with extra staff and like custom staff and custom drivers, and change the lineups. That will probably be a PC series as well. So using the copy I got for free off Epic. And we can look at putting some mods in to get some proper headshots in. Some of the customs that we put together. Did I watch testing? No, I didn't, but I have seen the standings and read a news article about testing. Looks like Mercedes are in decent shape so far, but it's a lot cooler than it is normally in Bahrain. And last year, the Mercedes was very good in cool conditions, not so good in normal or hot conditions. So that might be a little bit of a misnomer, a little bit of an outlier. If it's warmer tomorrow, that could have serious ramifications potentially on the Mercedes. McLaren looking strong. Red Bull and RB both looking a little unsettled. Ferrari looking decent. Haas was slow, but they did a lot of mileage. So, and again, lap times mean absolutely nothing in pre-season testing. So, all right, I don't think we made any impact at all on Fuji's car there. I think it stayed at 90. We did make a small gain with Zhou. They'll be coming in just a moment or two. Mercedes are back, but Ferrari need to step it up. No. All right, it's way too early to say that Mercedes are back, and it's Ferrari were doing what they needed to do. Plus, for the people who are saying, well, Hamilton was slow, Hamilton was running in the morning when the track was cooler and there was a lot less rubber on the track. His pace will be absolutely fine. All right, let's go with that. I'll quite get away with anything else. We'll try that. And we just need to change the front wing. Let's go back to an 8 then on the front wing. Bring that back in and leave it at that. But the track was considerably quicker in the afternoon sessions, especially towards the end of the day as well. All right, roll on practice 3. Oh, I know what I meant to check. Do it now before I forget. Let's see, which Aston was it that got smashed up? It was Albon. It was Albon's car. That is what it should be looking like. An engine around about 80%, ERS at about 90%, gearbox low 80s. That's what it does look like. So that engine took a massive whack. It's down to 40%. The ERS down to just 27% now after a session's running. Brand new gearbox in that car. O'Sullivan sure did a number on Albon's car there. He's going to have a miserable race tonight as a result. He's going to be way down on power, and he's probably going to develop ERS issues as the weekend goes on. Evening, Mike. Let's go with... a set of hards to start, and then we'll have to do a run on a set of mediums as well. Otherwise, we're going to give back too many sets of softs. Car setup's already changed. So we'll send them out, do 15 laps on these hards, and then we'll do a couple of laps on the mediums just to get them sent back.
Okay, green.
What do I think of the new update? Gutted they didn't introduce the option to introduce the option. Well, they didn't introduce the option to change the liveries of real life teams. Yeah, a little disappointed by that. I was hoping, but I'm not overly surprised that we didn't get that. I mean, when you have a commercial license like this, there are some things that you have to abide by, and editing the liveries of the official teams was very much going to be a no-no, I think, of that agreement. Bit of a shame that they didn't add in any of the special liveries that the teams have run. That would have been nice, because then they would still have been official liveries that those cars did run last year. So we could have seen, you know, maybe the chrome and silver, the chrome and white McLaren, for example, or any of the other special cars that we saw. We are close. We are very close. Really want to go back to a 7. Go to an 8. That's too much. Maybe we do need to go to a 7. Let's try it. See if that works. We can always go the other way if it doesn't. As for Joe, oh wow, we didn't quite get full feedback, but that's it. I think that's all we're going to need to do. Let's put those mediums on. Evening, Daniel. What do I think of pre-season testing today? I think we learned a little bit, but not a huge amount, as is always the case with testing, especially on the first day of testing. Got a bit of an indication that McLaren are going to be quick this year, right out of the gate. Not too much else can really be gleaned with any real certainty beyond that. We've still got a couple more days of testing to go, and then the real sort of reveal of information is going to be when they actually get to Melbourne. What do I think of Lewis's pace in the Ferrari? I think it was completely irrelevant. He ran in the morning when the track was at its coolest with the least rubber on the track. His time was never going to be stellar. And it's pre-season testing, so lap times don't really matter, because he would have been on different tyre strategy to someone else, different fuel strategy to someone else, and might not even have been pushing the car, you know. Like I said, I mean, in terms of lap times, for the most part, lap times in practice, you know, pre-season testing are completely irrelevant.
you think?
Try to work a bit more on the tires. Now.
Oh, 99. One away. Who would I say is number one driver at Ferrari? There is no number one driver at Ferrari. And there we go. Do I think Doohan will stay the full season or not? I'd be surprised. I mean, it'd be nice if he does, but I think the writing was on the wall the second Alpine started making overtures to Colapinto. So, yeah, it's not ideal for him. It's always going to be a high pressure situation when you're a rookie, but it does not help when the sword of Damocles is hanging over your head before the season has even started. How do I think Williams will do this season? I have no idea. Like I said, it's too early to say. Way too early to say. We might have a bit more of a clearer picture when we get round to the end of pre-season testing, but we won't know for definite where Williams are until we get to the opening round in Melbourne. And even then, that's just where they're starting from. Doesn't mean that's where they're going to end up at the end of the season. Look at Alpine. Look how much they were able to turn their car around last year. They had a disastrous car at the start of the year. It was much more competitive towards the end of the season. Red Bull were mighty at the start of the year and ended up struggling. Right, practice is done. I do need to double check that Joe is running all three of the new Spec 2 parts. You don't want Red Bull winning every single race this season.
Let's find out
You won't.
practice
I can guarantee you that. It's going to be, I think, to start with, it's going to be between McLaren and Ferrari. Red Bull will be there and thereabouts. Mercedes may have taken a step forward. But again, with the much cooler conditions,
Joe Guan Yu will be as he heads into this session.
because it's like 20 degrees cooler than it normally is at the moment
we could see the impact
in Bahrain.
and I'm sure that'll carry through to qualifying.
Then we can't say for definite exactly where Mercedes are yet. Right, Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 2. Excellent. There we go. All right, we are good to go straight to the track. So, send them out. See what kind of pace we have.
Green light.
Just about see Gasly behind us. Norris leaving the pit lane now.
Position is okay.
Time to start winding it up.
Gap for the car.
Fuji's going to get a clean run. No one's popping out the pits in front of him. I think Zhou will be okay as well. Yes, he will. And no DRS here where there should be DRS. Really winds me up, that does now. Fuji will be the first across the line. Let's see what kind of lap time he can produce. And then let's see if Zhou can go any quicker. And whether Gasly is quicker than us. On 15.8 for Fuji. On 15.8 for Zhou. And Gasly at 115.8. Very close. Very close.
Over the line, more charge. Try to push during the...
See what Lando can do.
Copy.
He starts his flying lap now. Leclerc actually with... Oh no, he's finishing his flying lap. He's half a second off. Leclerc is about to start his flying lap, so we will watch this because he was quick in practice. Might have a little bit of traffic to deal with. In the form of Lando Norris. Iwasa goes top with a 1:15.7. But we're still inside a tenth away from that time at the moment. Norris pulls over and gets out of the way.
Still pit lane.
You can stop in front of the garage.
This is going to be a quick time. You can feel it. Well, 15.4. Yeah, there we go. Antonelli takes the track in the new look FedEx Cadillac. Piastri's on an out lap as well now. And we have someone whizzing through in the background. I think that's Verstappen. A little bit of a tow here for one of the Alpines across the line. Not sure which one it is. Max goes quickest with a 1:15.3. Antonelli's start is compromised at the beginning of the lap. He had to pull over to let the Alpine through, Stoffel Van Dorn. Van Dorn is slow, and Antonelli's time is going to be hampered as a result. Let's see what he posts. Let's see how much quicker Piastri goes. He's almost a second off the pace. Oscar's gone top with a 1:15 flat. That is seriously impressive pace. I think he's going to be on for the three-peat this year. And I think we're safe, so we're not going to go again. Antonelli getting a little bit of traffic again. He's in danger at the moment. And he has not improved. Antonelli could get knocked out here if he's not careful. He has been knocked out. He's down to 17th place. Antonelli out in Q1. That is a huge, huge shock. He did not get a clean run on his first attempt. He had to pull over and let Stoffel through, who was also out. And then he hit traffic on his second attempt. And he will start from P17. He'll be fighting his way through the field, that is for sure.
Okay, green light. We recommend a fast out lap.
Copy.
And this time it's Yuki who's going to be following us onto the track.
Point is clear.
All right, are we going to have any traffic?
More push when you're ready.
Fuji's going to be okay. We might get some traffic for Zhou, though. That is Stroll exiting the pits. Where are we going to catch him? Hopefully somewhere where he can get out of the way quickly without causing any hold-up. A little lift. Not ideal, but not horrendous. We're probably going to need to run again anyway, because I don't think the times we'll post will be quick enough once everyone slaps on a fresh set of tyres. Take a look. 1:15.4. That's a better time than we did in the first session. And just under 4/10 for Zhou away. He did have that little lift at the start of the long double DRS section there on the back half of the circuit. That will have impacted him a little bit, but not the full 4/10. Yuki pops up in between the two of us there. Evening, Comet. Let's take a look at the track evolution. Oh yeah, the track rubber is really going to ramp up towards the end. But there's going to be a lot of cars on track as well, which means there's a very high likelihood that it will get held up. I am going to go early as a result.
Position is okay.
So we do need a good lap time for Zhou here. As long as he gets a clean run, he will definitely improve. Well, I say definitely. He should improve. Nothing's definite. Track position's not bad. It's fine. Leclerc is in need of a good second run as well. Currently in P13. He went out in 13th yesterday, I think it was.
Gap ahead is okay.
Is that car's coming out? Norris is coming out. Bottas is coming out. Leclerc's coming out. Oh, great. Traffic for Zhou. Might be aborting this run here. We'll get out ahead of Leclerc and Valtteri. Just Norris. He gets out of our way quickly. That's good. Got a Wassa. Oh no, Iwasa was the one coming out the pits. Got a Wassa in front of Fuji, or Bottas in front of Fuji, and Fuji's lap is a bust, so we're just going to abort that lap. He just lost a huge chunk of time there. Hopefully he's safe. He's only a couple of tenths away from Oscar's time at the moment. Potential to get really badly held up here. Not great. Fuji gets out of the way of Zhou. That's good. Last thing I need is my teammates to get in each other's way. How much time did we lose in that middle sector? Or the final sector, sorry. A fair bit. So much so, in fact, that we didn't actually improve. Oh my word, how much did we lose? We were up by 10.5 in the first sector, up by 2.5 tenths in the middle sector. So we're up by 4 tenths, and then we lost a second in the final sector. God damn. Joe's out. Let's see what Leclerc can do. Valtteri's going to go through as well, because he's going to get a monster slipstream here. All the way around the lap. Oh, there's a potential for a lot of cars to get held up here. I think the McLaren got held up, but the McLarens are through in second and third right now. Porsche could stop crashing. He could be on for a good season. But this is going to be a very strong final sector for Charles Leclerc here. Getting a really strong toe across the line.
You can stop in front of the garage.
Leclerc's out. How is he out? Oh, he got held up really badly in the first sector. He lost 2 seconds in the first sector. No wonder he's out. Well, we're going to be starting in front of both Red Bulls. That's a bit of a shock. Max is currently quickest from Oscar, just by just 0.003 of a second. Both McLarens are through. Both Saubers are through. Gasly is through as well, so both Williams have made it through. Russell currently in P9, Tsunoda in P10. They're both on improvement laps. Let's see if Sainz can bump out Tsunoda. He can. He goes P3, so Tsunoda is out. As his teammate Stroll. Good lap there from Carlos. George just hangs on, as does Gasly. Although they are coming up to the line. Go. Less than 0.4 of a second from first to 10th in that session there. But we have lost one of our drivers. Get out early and do a banker lap on these Pretty worn out, soft tyres. Norris coming out straight away as well. And Oscar. So I'm actually going to whiz through this lap because it's not going to be quick. Not on these tyres. 1:15.5. Not a bad time considering the state of the tyres. So it's 72%. Norris did not get a good run. There we go. Oscar immediately jumps to the top with a 1:15.2. All the big times are going to come with a set of brand new tyres. A lot less traffic to contend with in this session as well, so we will try and get out towards the back of the pack. Alright, so who is on a lap? Max is in, well, on an in lap, so we don't have to worry about him. He will not be improving on 7th. He could even actually slip down the order a little bit. Sainz and Piastri are done. Iwasa is going to be the last car to cross the line. Assuming he makes it in time, which he should do. Porsche crosses the line. He is 3rd. And now Bottas goes P2. Norris has just started his flying lap. Oscar still top with a 1:14.8. Ooh, that's quick. Sainz P3, Russell P4. Here comes Gasly up to the line. Gasly goes P4. Norris. Goes P3. Very tight at the front. So it's just us and Iwasa left to set a time. We haven't found any improvement so far, which is frustrating. It's a waste of a set of brand new tyres. Let's see what Iwasa does when he crosses the line. And he's only just able to improve to 9th. Found a few tenths of a second, but not enough to get himself any higher than one position up ahead of Max. So Oscar will start from the front of the grid. His teammate and closest challenger for the season, Kimi Antonelli, all the way down in 17th after a nightmare first qualifying. We also have Zhou and Leclerc out of position as well, based on the pace of their cars, in 14th and 15th place. This is Oscar's race to lose.
Well, the fans here are all set, every one of them eagerly awaiting the 58 laps of today's race.
Albert Park often seems to set teammate against teammate, from Hill and Villeneuve dueling for the 1996 win to Bottas beating fellow Mercedes driver and pole sitter Hamilton to the win in 2019.
Albert Park is a deceptively easy track to learn, but it's just as easy to make a mistake around its walled sections and gravel traps. The street circuit is high downforce and just as heavy on brakes as it is on tyres. The time has come to fight it out. It's race day.
Okay, let's see. Track temperature will be a little bit higher today. Ambient temperature, as you can see, now up to 28 degrees. Clear skies and sunshine today for the Grand Prix. Let's take a look at our strategies, shall we? So we have some options with tyres. And I am thinking maybe a soft, medium, soft. Medium, medium, soft does appear to be better. That will definitely give me flexibility on being able to push on each stint. Avoids the risk of running those tyres to the canvas. I mean, we could try a one stop. We have the tyre wear to make it work. But our pace would be poor towards the end of every stint. From lap 20 to 25, our pace would be pretty bad. And I think probably from about lap 45 to 50, about lap 50, the last 8 to 10 laps, not going to be great pace either. So we'll go with the two stop and trust that our mechanics can do the job. We'll go with a medium, medium, soft for Zhou. We'll flip the, in fact, I might go medium, soft, soft, because he's got extra brand new softs. We'll see if we can punch our way through. Starting out of position. Don't want to overheat the softs in dirty air in the first stint. So we'll go with that, a medium, soft, soft. Let's take 2 laps of fuel out. We can always do a bit of fuel saving. Not going to change any of the settings at start. Actually, no, let's give them a little bit of extra tyre on the opening lap. Couple of laps out there. There we go. And let's send them to the grid for the start of the Australian Grand Prix.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. The Ferrari driver settles in ahead of this Grand Prix.
An encouraging grid position as they sit in P8. Lots to build on during the race if they manage it well.
And the time has come. Let's go racing. Get ready for the Australian Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
All right, we are off and away. It's not the best of starts there for Fuji. Iwasa has jumped us. Just about hanging on there. Antonelli got up the inside and then had to back out. He's gone back down to 17th, now 18th place. Rough start for the young Italian. Oh, and speaking of rough starts, Tsunoda into the grass there. And that's caused a huge drop for everybody. It's allowed Leclerc to scamper away a little bit.
Okay.
So Tsunoda's going to have to push like crazy to catch up. So we're going to just sit behind him, let him drag us along. If we try and overtake him, we just won't have the outright pace to do it. Well, I have got to be careful he doesn't leave me in the lurch.
Overtake available.
Everyone's tight behind me now. So I have to use a little bit of battery. I'm actually going to push the tyre as well. Fuji is still behind Iwasa.
At the moment we are P14. In front there is Tsunoda. Is 1.5 from you. Behind Sargent.
Oh, damn it. Sargent having a look. He gets a couple of wheels onto the grass there, and that's done to him what happened to Kimi. Lost a bit of momentum and a place or two. Tsunoda has just blitzed away from us. He is on soft, so that kind of figures. Not many, actually, not on the mediums at the moment. You've got the two of Russell and Gasly on the hards. Iwasa, Fuji, and Tsunoda, the only drivers on soft. Everybody else on medium tyres. And we are 3 seconds off the pack right now. And Zhou gets ahead of Perez. That's frustrating.
More charge, more charge.
Copy.
You see Antonelli in the background having a little look at the back of Esteban Ocon. Now Perez is going to push. Hopefully he won't leave us in the lurch.
Use overtake.
Copy.
Right, we stayed with him. There we go.
More charge.
Fuji's tyres overheating a little bit. Max lurking behind us. There's Leclerc with Tsunoda behind him in the background as well. Oh, and Sargent swoops around the outside of us there, so we're down to 16th. Not a great start at all for Joe.
Try to do your best, Jodar. Behind is Ocon.
All right, let's see if we can punch through a little bit. Oh, this is very tight. Uncomfortably tight. We're 3 wide into the into the turn at the right-hander, and we get 2 places up into 7th place now. We get past Iwasa and Sainz. Very brave. I want to see that replay.
We're watching the Ferrari.
Look at this.
The opportunity's there, and I wonder now if they can capitalise on this.
Lovely stuff. And there's Fuji into peak confidence. Good going, Fudo. George puts the block on us. Can we go around the outside of him here? Yes, we can. Can I get onto the back of Porsche before I run out of battery? Joe gets past Perez. I'm going to give him some battery now, so we can go back after Logan Sargent. And I think I just got the DRS. Yes, I did. Not going to be able to get past Sargent. Not when he's got the DRS as well and the slipstream. Max has managed to scamper away a little bit. Actually, no. Max has dropped away a bit. He was behind Fuji but ahead of Leclerc. Leclerc's got himself up into the points and has dropped Max and Sainz. We come under pressure from Perez. We see him off. That gets us into peak confidence. And to put Joe into high attack mode now as well. Do need to start to rebuild the battery a little bit if we can, so that when we find ourselves in the right position, we can try and sprint try and go after Max and Sainz. Fuji gets past Porsche.
Right then, we can take a look now. It's there for the taking. And the Ferrari moves up.
Looks like we ran him into the grass a little bit as well. Yeah, here's a second, so he definitely lost a little bit of momentum there, did Teo.
Charge.
How are the tyres doing? Joe's tyres are definitely a little too hot. Fuji,
Try to cool it down a bit more on your
we've got plenty of tyre spare
Okay.
across the three different compounds or the three different sets. So we don't have to worry too much about that. It's a bit tighter for Joe.
more charge.
Antonelli now has started to make a little bit of progress. He's in 17th, right behind Perez. Looking to try and find a way through. Will he get the move done into turn 3? Yes, he will. And he's going to be putting pressure on Zhou now. Oh, a little aside for you. Those of you who are going to be starting a new creator team season, you can put Antonelli in the car from day one if you wanted to. So even as a 17-year-old who at the time didn't have a super license, you can still put him in the car at the start of the campaign, either for yourself or for another team, should you want to. So you could put him in a Ferrari if you wanted to. Oh, Van Dorn has developed a fault. Antonelli now up to 14th place. If he can get ahead of Sargent, he could be the one to drag the pack forward.
And the overtake available.
Copy. Yeah, okay.
Tires update.
You see, he is trying to break away.
Quite good at the moment.
Mode charge.
Can't quite get out of DRS range at the moment.
It's difficult.
Try to recover your previous rate.
Sargent might have just lost DRS. Sonoda will jump him if that's the case. He did, and now we might get the chance to jump him here as well. Lovely stuff.
No tire management.
We cannot let Sonoda get away from us.
Overtake available.
How are we doing on tyres? Very good with Fuji's tyres. Pretty good with Zhou's. some drivers are really struggling with their mediums like Stroll, Leclerc. Valtteri Bottas' tyres are at 39%. Ooh, that's not good.
More charge. You can slow down a bit.
Copy.
And Antonelli's gone. I was worried that might happen.
You need
He's
to move
already
the
nearly 3
charge,
seconds clear.
charge. Okay, Joe, no management, no management.
Meanwhile, we are still scrapping with Teo. It wasn't a great lap for Teo, which has allowed
Not much more. I couldn't do
Iwasa
that.
to get right onto the back of us, and the front
Okay, do your best there.
four are breaking
Behind
away
is
from us
fence.
now.
Waiting so long to speed.
Do your best there, Joe. Full charge. Full charge.
Antonelli is chasing down the back of this pack. There he is. Oh no, that was Stroll. There's Antonelli.
Okay, Joe, you can move charge.
We got the move done while I wasn't paying attention. And Porsche is going to immediately take the place back from us. So we'll continue to charge up then. At least we kept Iwasa behind us. This side-by-side duel is not done yet. Please tell me we're the ones who got the DRS. Nope. We gave away the DRS. Shit. And now we could get swamped here by Iwasa and Leclerc, maybe Russell as well. We could get dive bombed back to the Stone Age here. Sainz is out. Oh, this could go red.
Safety car.
All right, so change of strategy.
Follow the delta.
Copy.
You can use the straight to weave on tires.
I have to go hard tyres. Unless we go... How many sets of softs do I have? I don't think that's worth the risk. That's a bit tight. So we got that, or we go with that. That's actually slightly quicker. We'll go with that. Just have to really manage that set of tyres and be careful with them. Can I jump straight into the pits here with Fuji? I hope I can. This is going to help sort our fuel out nicely. And let's see. Sainz hit the barrier after a spin and then skidded back across the track.
And we've had a crash on track. Now we can see what happened. Now we're watching Carlos Sainz here. There! That's the moment of impact. And the car leaving a bit of paint on that barrier. I imagine their confidence will have taken a knock.
Looks like he very nearly collected Antonelli there as well.
The crew in the garage could do nothing but watch on.
Right, everybody's diving into the pits. Oh, this could be bad for Fuji here. 2 seconds. No real delay there. That's good. We actually got out in front of, oh no, just behind Valtteri. What about Joe? 2.1, only straight out. So, Piastri back in front. Gasly P2, then it's Norris, then Valtteri. We are sitting in P5 with Fuji, then it's Teo Pourchaire at 6, Charles Leclerc 7, George Russell down to 8, Antonelli's up to P9 now.
At the moment they are P14. In front there is
and they have gone hard tyres. They will not make it to the end on those tyres.
Sargent behind.
But the fact that they're on hards should hopefully make it easier for Joe to stay with them while protecting those softs. I get the feeling they're still going to push those hards and then go on to a set of mediums or maybe even another set of hards to finish the stint.
Okay.
Let's get our drivers into a little bit of clean air where we can. Let's keep the engines and tyres as cool as we can. And avoid those curves just to protect the life of our powertrain as well. Let's have a look at what is wrong with Stoffel's car while we have this opportunity as well. So it's a gearbox issue.
Yeah.
But it's been a bit of a dream home race for Oscar so far. Been controlling the pace very nicely. If he does get a breakaway, he should scamper off, but it's if and when he gets that breakaway. There's one thing they didn't do with the creator team, or specifically with the custom liveries that I really hope they would do, and that's give us the ability to change the colour of the numbers on the cars. The problem with white liveries is they look great, but it makes it almost impossible to see the driver numbers. White on white does make things very tricky, especially when the sun shines on the car like that. It just becomes this giant reflective surface. Right, batteries are full. Fuel load is now just about fuel neutral. Tyre wear is looking good. Temperatures are in the right window without overheating. Safety car may come in at the end of this lap. So we're going to go another one. See our drivers very deliberately running in some clear air there, keeping the car temps nicely under control. A little bit of spare fuel building up, which is good. That'll be useful. Especially for Joe. Because we can't really do much with his tyres other than keep them in a low setting. So the extra fuel will be nice for him, and Fuji might need the extra fuel to push to stay with the breakaway at the front, which will be coming. Safety car should come in at the end of this lap now. There we go. There is the announcement from the FIA.
All okay to push on tires. Overtake available.
Copy.
And there goes Oscar. Joe's tyres have dipped out of the window slightly.
Copy.
battery will get him close enough again. Valtteri gets past Norris. Gasly has gone with Piastri. Those two have broken away. They're now 2 seconds clear. Let's ease off on the battery. I've got Porsche and Leclerc right behind me as well. Well, Porsche gets in front of me. Here comes Leclerc with a dive bomb. Ah, that was rough. And there's Antonelli.
Mode charge.
Copy.
Overtake available.
Copy.
DRS enabled.
Oh man, we are just getting picked off here. Everyone's being more aggressive than us with their tyre wear. And here comes Antonelli. Oh man. What a bad restart for Fuji. Ooh, side by side, or either side there, of George Russell as he loses 2 places in the same corner. Antonelli goes up the inside, Fuji goes around the outside. Lovely bit of overtaking there. And we have just about bridged the gap to Leclerc. Yeah, the pace at the front has dropped a little bit now. Norris struggling to make any kind of impact on the front two. Piastri got his breakaway, but Gasly managed to stay with him, and those two are now going to scamper off away from the chasing pack.
Sargent DRS. Use overtake.
Copy.
See if I can pick off Iwasa. Got to get close to him first of all. Two Japanese drivers running 12th and 13th. They have to go to war with each other. We are just about with them.
More charge.
Understood.
Good job on tires, though.
Front two now 6.5 seconds clear of the chasing pack.
And overtake available.
Copy.
Oh, and we get through against Antonelli, although he goes late on the brakes. Will a bit of battery help us complete the move? Yes, it will. Nip back into the slipstream. Can we get a run on Teo? We can. Can we go around the outside though? Yes. Just about. It's not done. Teo's actually fought us off there. We have cleared Iwasa. I missed that overtake. There we go, around the outside of him. Trouble is we're now out of battery. Just gotta hope we don't get dropped.
Yeah, copy.
Antonelli's going to have a lunge. Front two are gone. 2-horse race now. Until the pit stops, at the very least.
Full charge.
Copy.
George looking to try and make a move on Kimi. There you can see how hard the drivers are pushing their hard tyres. They're in worse shape than Joe's softs right now.
Full charge. Full charge.
Fuji has been dropped. We'll let Antonelli go through and try and harvest. We're close to getting our two drivers together on track. Fuji's about to get dropped. Don't think I was able to get back into the... No, I was not able to get in the DRS zone.
Sergeant,
Leclerc's got himself up into P3 now, head of the peloton, if you will. And the second I say that, he is immediately overtaken by Valtteri Bottas. I am turning into Murray Walker. Just bit by bit with these streams. Every time I say something, something immediately happens to change it. The old curse of the commentator.
Mode charge. Mode charge.
Copy.
Once again, the field's starting to condense back up again. Antonelli's now up to P6. Been a strong fight through the order for him. Van Dorn's gearbox issues have got worse. He's now nearly 10 seconds off the back of his teammate, who also has a particularly unhealthy car tonight, thanks to that huge shunt from Zach O'Sullivan in free practice 1. Trying to get our way past Sonoda, and we do, and that is 11th place for Zhou now.
Yes.
You are doing well there. In front is Verstappen.
And we've got a really good run on Max here. See if we can jump him.
Overtake available.
Nine seconds to gap now to Gasly. Can we go around the outside of Max through 1 and 2? Oh, we get just pushed onto the grass. We lose a little bit of momentum there. What was hopefully going to be an overtake turns into using the battery just to try and hold off Sonoda. We are still in range. We have to wait for another opportunity as Max goes up the inside there of George.
Yeah, copy.
Let's see if we can make a move past the McLarens. Antonelli in 5th has left a pair of them behind. And we get through past Valtteri, and he's on the back of Charles Leclerc now.
Difficult to go more.
And Oscar's got his breakaway. He's now 3 seconds clear of Gasly. So I think that's it. I think that is Oscar off and away to win this Grand Prix now. Fudo's so weak on the brakes that allowed Porsche to just outbrake us and retake the position.
Okay, all charge. Yeah, now priority 1 is the lift off.
Still looking very good on tyres.
Yeah, copy.
Ooh, did we get or lose the DRS there? That was very tight. We got it. Well, but so did Norris. I didn't think he was going to get it. Yeah, Piastri's now 5.5 seconds clear. He's off. He's gone. As soon as he managed to drop Gasly, that was it. He is going to romp home to victory. He still has 31 laps to go when he crosses the line. Well, 30 laps to go when he crosses the line. But that gap is going up every lap. Gasly struggling without DRS now.
The use overtake.
Copy.
Sargent behind DRS.
Once again, just can't get the move done. We lose so much time coming out of 1 through 2 with Fudo.
Tires update.
Going a little bit.
As we slot our way past George Russell there, Max is next, and I think we kept the DRS. Yes, we did.
Okay, Joe.
And then it's Fudo next. So Joe's recovering nicely after a poor qualifying.
Okay, all charge.
If we can get our 2 drivers together, that gives us an opportunity. As Fudo does get the move done on Norris. He's not going to get DRS off Porsche though. Pit window about to open up. Alright, that's Porsche dealt with.
Overtake available. Okay, more charge, more charge.
Fuji gets both Valtteri and Charles. Lovely bit of driving there. And now we've got to push to see if we can get onto Antonelli before we get overtaken. Oh, Valtteri's in. So, what tyres is he going on to? Mediums or hards? Hards. Can I get onto and then stay on Antonelli here? Gasly's effectively going backwards at the moment. Couldn't close the gap.
Do your best, man.
If I'm quick through here and late on the brakes, I might get DRS at the start of the next lap. It's going to be really hard though to get it because we don't have DRS coming out of turn 10 here. Oh, it's going to be close. I think we might just have snuck it. We've given it away to Charles, so we need it. Did we get it? No, we didn't. Now we're going to be under pressure. And yeah, through goes Leclerc. Can we at least keep Norris behind us? Yes. But we desperately now need to rebuild Kudo's battery. Without losing any places in the process. Zhou is very nicely positioned at the moment.
No problem.
Chance to go up the inside of Verstappen here. Let's give him some battery for the exit of the chicane.
Press overtake.
Oh, didn't quite pull the move off. Alright, let's get that battery topped up as well then.
Charge. Mode charge.
Copy.
Try mode attack.
Now Teo's into the pits. Which is where things potentially get quite interesting. That's a slow stop. And you got held for Stroll coming in as well. Good stop there from RB.
Copy. Just go.
Keep focus on our race. No charge, no charge.
Copy.
Given how well Zhou's been doing, I'm kind of tempted to put him on another set of softs and protect the tyres in the same way we've done on here in this middle stint. It's worked out quite nicely for him. Might gamble and do the same again.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
As Gasly is into the pits.
Joe, keep focusing on our race. Still Tsunoda behind.
Decent stop. I think I might go one more lap here.
Tsunoda behind.
Maybe two. We'll see what the tyre wear is like at the end of this lap.
Keep focus on your race.
Definitely going to go another one.
Try to slow down a bit.
Copy.
Oh, we're going to get lunged by Yuki. But we hold him off.
Yeah, copy.
Let's box this lap for Zhou.
And mode attack.
But do I... Well, let's take a look. Stopping at the end of this lap. Is that quicker? 1:15.21. No, it's not. We'll go with the mediums.
Box, box.
Copy box.
No lift off.
Copy.
We are going to be stopping both cars on the same lap here. So we need a clean stop. We've got enough of a time margin between the two, as long as nothing goes wrong. And Oscar's in. Decent stop. Leclerc goes for a pit stop, as does Norris behind us. The best of stops. Not a good stop there. Oh, it's a bad stop for Fuji. And Zhou's now having to stack. Oh, what a disaster. He gets held waiting for other cars to go through as well. A 1.9 second stop for Zhou. But we've gone from being in a strong position now to 17th and 18th. What a disaster. All right, let's get Zhou onto the back of Fuji.
Overtake available.
And our drivers working together to try and move their way back up the order. Antonelli boxes from the lead. Where's he going to come out? Oh, it's not a good stop for Kimi. Really not a good stop for Kimi. And he gets out right in front of George. Nearly chops his nose off there. And he comes out behind Lando. So hard work undone for Kimi as well, not just us.
Try to recover your previous rhythm that was looking fine. Hold charge, hold charge.
There we go. George jumps us. Oh, this race has taken a bad turn for us. Albon's got a fault now. That's got to be his gearbox, surely, given the state of the powertrain. Oh no, it's his engine, not his gearbox. His gearbox was replaced. I was thinking of the ERS, but it's actually the engine. And that's temperature related, I think. Perez is going to get out of the way.
Use overtake.
New fastest lap for Charles Leclerc. Oh, we just gave the move to Iwasa thanks to the slipstream there. We held him off. No way through so far.
Hold charge. Overtake available.
we're stuck in trains like this, it becomes so tricky to make the moves we need because everyone is jostling for position. We could be stuck here for a while, which is not a pleasant thought. All right, there we go. That is Albon into the pits and out of the way. Tsunoda got the DRS though, unfortunately.
Do your best.
Back to 12th and 13th. Still way ahead of where we need to finish with the sponsors, which is 17th and 18th. So we will get our payout, and we won't have to shell out for driver bonuses as things stand, but we won't get any points either.
Yeah, copy.
And we're going to play a bit of a patient game now. With our tyre wear. See if we can improve our chances late on.
Try to put down as much as possible.
Copy.
We'll have 18 laps to go when we cross the line.
Do your best, man.
Joe moves up ahead of Yuki. So we are in 11th and 12th, and we are back to being in sequence with each other.
You're doing a good job at the moment.
Go back into low defense so we don't fight each other.
Keep focus on our race.
Oscar now 13.5 seconds clear of Charles Leclerc, Gasly and Valtteri.
Keep focus on our race.
More charge.
Right, so peak confidence and peak confidence, that is excellent. We are full on battery for Joe.
Use overtake, use overtake.
We've got some work to do with Fujii's battery.
Try to do your best, Jodar. Okay, do your best there.
Lovely stuff. Another easy switching of places there. Did lose a little bit of time as a result, though. Let's spend some battery now, try and close up to the cars in front.
Copy, man.
We take a look at tyres. You can see we have definitely got an advantage now. Looks like Valtteri might have to stop again. Tyres below 50% now. It's the only one who's in danger if he tries to go to the end. A long way to go yet.
Copy.
You're doing a good job there.
Yeah, copy.
New fastest lap for Lando Norris, a 1:17.8. Leclerc now 15 seconds and counting behind Oscar. Fuji moves on through. Now starting to close in on the cars in front of us.
No problem.
And there we go, we've caught them. 15 laps to go. We are just outside of the points. The big finish that we were looking at about 15 laps ago is gone. We can still get both drivers into the top 10. It's a question of how far into the top 10. I think 8th and 9th is probably the best result we can hope for now.
Try to push a bit more speed.
Fuji gets through and is now out of battery.
No overtake. Full charge. Stroll in front. Joe, keep focusing on our race. It's still long and everything can happen.
And that is Fudo up into 9th. Chance to get the move done on Russell down the main straight.
Tire feel okay.
Full charge.
Yeah, copy.
Which he does. We'll keep our focus on Joe because we do need to work on his battery while he's in the DRS.
Now we should be able to take a look here. We're watching the Ferrari. They decide
A nice
to give it a
straightforward
go.
overtaking to one there. 10 seconds is the gap for Norris, Antonelli, Pourchaire and Valtteri. If we can get onto that group, then that's potentially fourth place up for grabs, but it's a big gap. I don't know if we've got the pace we need to actually get that move done. Don't even think we'll be able to catch Norris at the moment. See what our pace is across the line with Fudo. Comparing against Valtteri because he's leading that train. Valtteri did a 120.2. Did a 119.9. And we did manage to get in front of Stroll.
At the moment, P11 in front is Verstappen. No lift off anymore. Overtake available.
All right. And we jump. No, that just got us covered off.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
Potential thumbnail.
I couldn't go much faster.
All right, a good run here might set us up. Late on the brakes, late on the brakes. There you go. Fuji's been overtaken by George, but that's all right because we need to work on his battery. We can now refill Zhou's as well. Oh no! On the grass. At least we managed to keep Max behind us. But we're still 11 seconds or so behind Norris and Co. So I think I'll get him on the podium by the end of the season. Oh, we got him on the podium last night. Although we were kind of helped with a late red flag in that one. There'll be some tracks where we'll be strong. This is always a tricky track if the car isn't well balanced, which ours isn't at the moment. And the AI always seems to pull some black magic with their tyre wear around this track.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, no safety clock, just straight to a red flag. All right, let's see. Can we make a push here? Oh, wow, the gap has come down. Look at that. It's 8 seconds. Oh, Valtteri had a really slow lap. That's why. He did a 123.3.
At the moment, we have Russell in front.
Norris and Antonelli squabbling. And Pourchaire jumps Antonelli as well. And Pourchaire gets back ahead. And he's going to get Norris again as well. Wow. Some real back and forth racing going on here. Everyone trying to find a slipstream where they can. And Norris just threw up into P4. And today holds P5. Valtteri down 2 places. Piastri 20 seconds clear with 9 laps to go. Well, 8.5 for him.
Do your best. Do your best. You can reduce slightly the management there.
Come on, getting the move done on the brakes. We've caught Valtteri, just about. I did not expect that at all. He's right on him.
No overtake now. Mode charge.
No, it's a puncture. Valtteri punctures. I'd completely forgotten that his tyres were in a really bad shape. And there we go. Bang. There was an Alpine getting lapped there as well. I think that was Stoffel.
Yes.
Good job.
And all of a sudden, Fuji is all over the back of Teo here. We've got ahead of George. But we're a couple of seconds away from being in the DRS again.
Try to slow down a bit.
Copy.
Yeah, I said that Valtteri's tyres might give up and he would have to box. And if he didn't, he would be taking a big risk. Well, that risk is seeing him drop all the way down the order as he punctured at the start of the lap. I think he punctured right before he crossed the line. So he had to do just over a full lap on wheel rims. He is so slow right now as a result.
I can't believe
Put yourself in as the engineer with your son as a rookie,
Russell behind.
and you made the Grids 2025 lineup. Yeah, I played about with doing that with the 2025 lineup earlier today as well. I created a bit of a strange calendar. So Valtteri finally makes it back to the pits. Set of mediums to take him to the flag. But he is a long way down.
Hang on, seriously stuck.
Keep focus on our race. More charge, more charge.
See if I can break away from Teo here.
Oh,
You are doing a good job there. More charge, more charge.
We have got the breakaway. Ease off the tyres a little bit now. Just let them cool down. Question now remains, what can we do with Zhou? Kind of want Max to get ahead of me here so that I can start to rebuild my battery again.
Mode charge. You can have some lift off.
There we go. Need to make sure I've got plenty of battery so that I can break away from this entire pack. Otherwise, I'm going to get absolutely gobbled up by all of them on the last lap or two.
Russell behind.
Lawson's into the pits. Instead of soft tyres. There goes Oscar. 4 laps to go for him.
Joe, keep focusing on our race. It's still long and everything can happen.
Yeah, we've left Porsche behind now.
No problem, no problem.
Ooh, I think we just got the DRS again. It's good because I want to make the break on the next lap. We did get the DRS again. Let's make it here, actually.
And Joe, if you can try to push a bit now. Use overtake. You are doing a very good job there.
Can we get up to P7? Yellow flags. Somebody made a little mistake. Running a little wide. Lock up for Tsunoda.
This one is
Turn
involving
6.
Yuki Tsunoda. Oh,
Down in
all right
14th
so
place.
far. Well, you could see the lockup, and they ended up their
Into
own
the gravel.
passenger.
Gets going again pretty quickly. Meanwhile, we have made the breakaway from Max, and we are closing in on Teo. Give me a chance to rebuild the battery for a last lap shootout with Porsche. No DRS this time around.
Try to cool down a bit more on your tires.
Copy.
We have got a chance here with Fuji actually to get Norris and maybe even Antonelli. Could be on for 4th place finish here.
Keep focus on our race.
You didn't think about putting yourself in as the veteran driver. Have a father-son driver lineup.
Focus on your race now. Good job on tires.
Yeah, copy.
You are doing a good job, Joe. We have a bit margin to push more airspeed.
Just out of range of these two at the moment. And we get the 1 lap to go. Piastri 26.5 seconds ahead. Gasly and Leclerc squabbling over second place. Antonelli and Norris not close enough to challenge for the podium. We are just out of range of them at the moment.
You need a mode charge, more charge.
Might be able to pick off Norris. I'm not going to get them both. So that would be a nice return after problems in the pits for us.
Mode defend. Overtake.
Can we go around the outside? Nope. Can we hold off Teo? Yes. It'll be 6th and 7th then. Oscar wins his home Grand Prix. Gasly will take 2nd. Charles will take 3rd. Antonelli will bring it home in 4th, just ahead of Norris and Fujii. Joe will take 7th place, just ahead of Porsche. Max will take 9th. And Iwasa will round out the top 10 with Sauber there. Could and probably should have been Valtteri up there, but that puncture laid to rest any chances he had. And it's a finish for Porsche. So that's an improvement on last night. But an absolutely imperious drive there from Oscar. He is threatening to walk this championship.
Full switch off procedure now.
Zhou Guan Yu put it all together today for an excellent drive.
It's safe to say they exceeded all expectations. A finish in the points, and my goodness, it is very well deserved.
And you'd love to see this. The whole team celebrating this magnificent result. The man from down under, Oscar Piastri, heads up to our podium.
That's their 2nd win of the season. A brilliant talent who looks so at home on the track.
Well, it wasn't exactly a walk in the park, but it was a thrilling weekend here for us all.
Oh, it was a walk in the park. Very much a walk in Albert Park. Evening, Ricketic. Yes, you missed pretty much everything.
As far as Ferrari are concerned, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling after that race?
No doubt they'll be pleased. Both drivers really delivered. And what's more, there were lots of positives to be taken away from the race.
And that's about that for this weekend here in Melbourne.
Next round will see us head east as F1 prepares for the Japanese Grand Prix. We'll see you at Suzuka, a firm favourite for the drivers.
So, confirmation of the final result. Oscar absolutely dominates to win his home Grand Prix. Pierre Gasly gets 2nd place for Williams. Charles Leclerc up 12 places to take 3rd. Kimi Antonelli up 13 places to take 4th. both of them getting eliminated very early on. Kimi going out in Q1 in 17th, Leclerc in 15th. Then it's Lando Norris in P5, Fudo Fujii in P6 with Zhou in P7 after he was eliminated in Q2 as well. Porsche settles for 8th place. Max gets 9th, and it's 10th place for Ayumu Iwasa. Then it's Lance Stroll in 11th. George had some pace, but the car just not quite competitive enough to propel him forward. He dropped down 6 places to finish outside of the points today. 13th for Logan Sargent, Tsunoda in 14th place, 15th for Perez, 16th for Esteban Ocon, 17th for Alex Albon, who did have a very underpowered car following that huge shunt from Zach O'Sullivan in FP1. Ludwig Nagel finishes in 18th place, so a big improvement for him. He actually stayed on the lead lap as well. Then it's Lawson in 19th place. Valtteri Bottas down 18 places after that puncture. He got the fastest lap, but won't get the point for it because he was outside of the top 10. Stoffel is 21st, and Sainz retired, which brought out the safety car. In the Drivers' Championship, then Oscar retakes the top step of the table. He is now 10 points ahead of his teammate. Antonelli dropping down into second on 55 points. Zhou stays third. He's on 37 points, just one ahead of Charles Leclerc, who jumps over Fudo into fourth place. Fudo himself is on 31 points, 5 points behind Charles, and 5 points clear of Lando Norris. Gasly up 4 places into 7th, jumping his teammate and both of the RBs. And George as well. He drops down into 11th, out of the top 10. Porsche up a couple of places, gets his first points of the season. He is in 12th. Then it's Iwasa in 13th. 14th for Logan Sargent, first of the non-scorers. Then it's Albon in 15th. 16th is Sainz. 17th is Perez. 18th for Ocon. 19th for Lawson. 20th for Valtteri. Ludwig Nagel climbs off the bottom into 21st. And Stoffel drops to 22nd. In the constructors' standings, 120 points after 3 races for Cadillac. They are starting very strongly once again this season, picking up where we left them in a very healthy position indeed. We are still in second place. We're on 68 points. Red Bull closed the gap by 1, but they are still a long way back, 32 points behind us. Williams up 2 places into 4th on 31 points, 1 ahead of McLaren, and RB in 6th place with 14 points. No score for them today. Aston 7th, Sauber in 8th, pick up a second point. Then it's Mercedes in 9th, Haas in 10th, Alpine bottom in 11th. Let's take a look at the pit stops. Antonelli stopped the quickest of the day, Zhou the second quickest stop, so good points there. We also got Fuji in 8th place as well. So 22 points for us today. Big points for Cadillac with Oscar in 3rd as well. Alpine gets some points in 4th. Aston in 5th. Williams takes 6th. 7th for RB. Haas take 9th. And Red Bull get a point with Ludwig Nagel. So the standings look like this. Cadillac back up to the top where they feel they rightly belong, and they're on 74 points, having scored 40 points today. We stay in P2, Aston dropping down 2 places. We are level on points, but just ahead of them. Our quickest stop, a 1.917. Aston's a 1.971. Then it's Haas in 4th with 35 points. Alpine in 5th. RB6, 1 ahead of Williams in 7th. Sauber 8th. Mercedes 9th. Red Bull down in 10th place, and McLaren still haven't scored a point yet this season. There you see our stops. 2.0 for Fuji on his first stop. A disastrous second stop there. 8.11. That Titan Tyres error there with the stuck wheel nut proving quite bad for us. We were running in a strong position when we made our stop, but that delay meant that Zhou had to sit and wait behind him and both drivers were held slightly leaving the pits as other cars came through. Dropped us all the way back down to 17th and 18th. We fought our way through very well in the end to get back up to where we finished. That second stop for Zhou, 1.948, very quick, second quickest stop of the day, tainted slightly by the fact that he had to sit and wait to get in the pit box and then sit and wait to exit the pit box as well. Both drivers do get their full payout, but they also both hit their bonus, so that's 1.1 mil added to the bank. Andrea Benissi has gone up by a point as well. He's now up to an 89 overall. Lovely stuff. Right, let's check the inbox. Did we come through unscathed? No, one of the rear wings has failed. We need to swap that out. Got plenty of spares there, so that's not an issue. Let's do that now. Front wing is at risk. That's likely to fail. We're at 1.6 mil. It's not enough to start a new front wing project. Bit of shame. Let me check our facilities actually. Are they all up and running? As good as they're going to get for a while. I'd love to sort the design center out, but can't afford that. Everything here is all good. Everything here is all good. Let's see what the board thought of that. I would imagine they'd be delighted. Yes, they were. Fantastic stuff. We are well on target to hit the season objective of finishing in the top 9. Constructors' Championship, it's going to be tricky. We're not out of it at this stage. We are still in striking distance of Cadillac, although the gap is getting bigger with every race. So if we are going to improve the car, we need to do it quickly before Cadillac run away and build up an insurmountable lead. We have 11 days to go until Suzuka. We've got an end of month coming up. Let's advance to the end of the month. We now have that extra suspension, so we have 4 spare suspensions, or 2 spares, 4 in total. Our affiliates, let's take a look. Arvid has gained a point in defending. Suzuki has gained a point in braking and a point in reactions. Tim has gained a point in reactions, and Bobby Schwartzman not showing. Nor is... I think we fired our 5th driver, didn't we? Yeah, we did. But Bobby Schwartzman not showing there anymore. Maybe he's too old now. How old is he? 28. Oh yeah, he's too old to count as an affiliate, as a rookie affiliate, I think. So let's take a look at our main drivers. Point in cornering for Zhou. Excellent. He needs that extra cornering speed. A point in braking for Fudo. That's excellent. He gains a point in control, a point in overtaking, and 3 points in defending. What a great month for him in terms of development. Fantastic stuff. He is going to quite quickly outpace Zhou this year, I think, given his much higher development rate. That is chassis number 4. So we have 2 spare chassis now. Let's see what the rest of the grid has been up to. So Mercedes have got a new chassis. Apparently it's one of the worst on the grid. And now they're working on a suspension. Williams having a tougher start to the season than they expected. I mean, they're 4th in the Constructors. But not a good race for Max today. Gasly, though, was excellent. Let's get our pit crew training done for the month of April. Start off with some speed training. Go quite intense on that. Too much. Right, let's dial that back a little bit. There we go. And that will set us up nicely for Suzuka. And then we'll do some car building. And then we'll go into our usual split training. And then we've got China coming up, which is a sprint weekend. So we need to be going into that with zero fatigue. So that day needs to come out. Yeah, that'll do. I'll go with 1% fatigue. And then we'll have time to do a little bit more training at the end of the month. Again, we need to make sure we are in the well-rested category on the final day of the month. Get that nice little fatigue reset for the start of May. Perfect, there we go. So that'll take our chance of a mistake down to below 5%. We'll be at a 1.93 estimated pit stop time. Car building will increase to 84%. And we're up to 90 across the board for our stats now by the end of the month with our pit crew as well. So that will really set us up for a strong pit crew season. There we go. We've got 2.2 mil. That is enough now to get a front wing project done, because they are 1.8 million each. We've got some hours to spend. We've also got some sponsor money coming up, so I'm going to use half the hours. I'm going to put the slight majority of the CFD on the front wing, because that's weaker than the rear wing. We'll split the wind tunnel evenly. Let's work on airflow sensitivity to work on our dirty air tolerance. Let's take just a little bit of life out of the front wing. There we go. Down to just under 500,000 in the bank. Sponsor review coming up. We easily achieved the target. That's 3 million added. No mandatory activity this month. And that is now enough to get a rear wing project done. So we'll throw the rest of the CFD in. The rest of the wind tunnel in. Just try and boost our dirty air a little bit more as well. There we go. And again, we'll take just a little bit off the rear wing. There we go. One engineer. Let's do our sponsor plan. Got a race day appearance, that's going to be worth 1.6 mil. Definitely want that. These guys do want staff, don't they? Technical chief, head of aero, and technical chief. We'll send off 2 engineers. That's why we have the 2 extra engineers. And we'll send Tim out to do something as well. Again, nice healthy cushion. I want to make sure that it's never really a risk, because we need to maximize the money we get from our sponsors, given how little we're actually getting in every month from the board after our wage bill goes out and our maintenance and upkeep costs go out for our facilities. There we go. So we've got 1.8 mil in the bank. Now I could start an underfloor as well, but I want to keep that money in the bank because we need to be able to afford to build the wings when we have them. Plus we might need to build another side pod at some point soon as well. So let's advance to the Friday. There we go. And let me show you in a bit more detail now that the race is done. I can show you the altered livery, the updated livery for the Cadillac. Oh no, it won't show me. Okay. So what we'll have to do is save. And then we'll jump on this file here, which was the end of last year when we were trying to make Kimi our world champion. And now I can show you the new livery in all its glory, up close and personal. So there we go. That is the updated FedEx car that you saw tonight. It is cleaner as a concept, and I do think, you know, it looks better with more white on the car, styling that purple and orange back a little bit. It does make it almost impossible to see the number. You can just about see it from a straight overhead view there, but any kind of angle and you get that reflection, it becomes almost invisible. Same on the rear. I mean, you can kind of see it, but it's tricky. I would love to have purple numbers on this car, but we still don't have the ability to change the colours of the driver numbers, which is a little bit of a shame. But I mean, I can see how that might be a little bit more complicated to add that in as an extra option. That could have some unforeseen consequences. But yeah, that is the FedEx car that you saw on track tonight, replacing our older original livery concept. I'm going to go through some of my other designs and come out with something a little different for some of the others as well. But for now, that's the only one that I've updated using one of the new templates from the free cosmetic DLCs. Let's get back to the Ferrari file. There we go. So, not a bad weekend. The pace wasn't where it needed to be, but it wasn't as bad as I was fearing it was going to be. I was seriously worried about where we were going to end up when we had that really bad double stop. I was very worried that we were going to end up struggling to get to the points. And for a while we were. But by looking after the tyres, we did have enough pace to be able to make the moves we needed to towards the end in the last 10, 15 laps or so. And in the end, more solid points and keeping us kind of in the hunt for Cadillac. They've got nearly double our score right now, but we've got 2 wings started now, which will give the car a bit of extra speed, some extra downforce, improve its ability to follow in dirty air, improve our DRS performance as well. So looking forward to getting those on the car. It's going to be a little while until we get those. If we take a look at the calendar, go to next month, the front wing will complete there, the rear wing will complete there. We should be able to get both on the car for Imola. But the next 2 races, the car will remain the same as it was tonight. And then we'll have Monaco after that. That is all for tonight. I will be back at the usual time tomorrow of 8 p.m. for round 4 as we head to Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. If you have enjoyed tonight's race, then drop a like on the stream. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed, and be sure to hit the bell to get notifications when I do go live. And I will see you all with some more F1 Manager very soon.